Italy is not only a country of monuments, it is a landscape where stone, sea, fire, and memory still shape human life. White towns hang above cliffs, medieval towers cut the sky, volcanic islands breathe through warm springs, and ancient roads pass through valleys softened by wheat, vines, and cypress shadows. Here, beauty is never simple. It is carved into limestone, guarded by castles, painted by salt, rebuilt after earthquakes, and carried in villages where daily life still touches myth. Every coast, hill, and old street reveals a country that feels fragile, eternal, and fiercely alive. Welcome to Italy, a land immense in its ability to amaze and inspire. Sirmione cuts into Lake Garda like a narrow blade of stone, water, and ancient light. At the peninsula's entrance, the Scaliger Castle rises from the lake, its walls and towers guarding the old town like a medieval gate. Beyond it, lanes curve between pale houses, small squares, and glimpses of blue water on both sides. At the far tip, the Grotte di Catullo spreads across the rocks, not caves, but Roman ruins, facing wind and open lake. Thermal waters rise from below, adding another hidden layer to Sirmione's strange geography. Here, history does not sit quietly behind museum glass. It moves through castle shadows, broken columns, olive trees, and waves touching limestone. Sirmione feels elegant, but also raw, a lake village where Roman memory, medieval defense, and southern light meet on one precarious strip of land beneath the Italian sky. Piedmont begins where the Alps loosen their grip and the hills roll south into vineyards, mist, and old stone towns. In the Langhe, Roero, and Monferrato, rows of vines climb slopes like patient lines written across the earth. UNESCO recognizes these wine landscapes as a cultural world shaped by soil, grapes, castles, and centuries of human work. Villages rise between hazelnut groves, cellars, and church towers, while autumn fog gathers around Alba and the truffle woods. Barolo and Barbaresco carry the region's deep red memory, but Piedmont is more than wine. It is a frontier between mountain severity and rural abundance. Behind every ridge, castles and farmhouses keep watch over a patient agricultural kingdom. Here, beauty ripens slowly, under cold mornings, golden hills, and the quiet hands of people who turned landscape into inheritance. Marche unfolds between the Apennines and the Adriatic like a hidden Italy carved from hills, cliffs, and sea wind. Its landscape moves in long cinematic layers, from the Sibillini Mountains to vineyards, wheat fields, and medieval towns balanced on ridges. Near the coast, Monte Conero drops toward blue water, turning beaches and limestone cliffs into a raw eastern frontier. Far inland, Urbino preserves a Renaissance soul, its palaces and steep streets still carrying the ambition of scholars, artists, and dukes. Villages rise from farmland, bells drift over fields, and stone houses face seasons shaped by harvest, silence, and salt air. Marche does not overwhelm with spectacle. It gathers power slowly, through mountains, caves, painted towns, and patient human craft, becoming a region where Italy feels ancient, intimate, and quietly untamed beneath soft Adriatic light. Calabria begins where mainland Italy narrows into a rugged blade between the Tyrrhenian and Ionian seas. Cliffs fall toward turquoise water, while Tropea rises above beaches and Capo Vaticano catches sunsets over distant volcanic islands. Inland, the land turns raw and mountainous, climbing through Sila forests, Aspromonte ridges, waterfalls, canyons, and old hill towns. Here, sea and mountain stand unusually close, forcing villages, roads, farms, and churches into dramatic layers of stone and light. Fishing boats return at dawn, while kitchens carry chili, seafood, red onions, and the fierce warmth of southern tradition. Calabria feels less polished than famous Italy, but more elemental. Its beauty is ancient, untamed, and deeply human, shaped by salt, rock, forest, hunger, devotion, and people who learn to live at the edge of land, departure, memory, and open blue sea. Umbria begins inland, where Italy loses the sea and turns inward to hills, forests, rivers, and stone. Often called the Green Heart of Italy, it unfolds between the Apennines, the Tiber Valley, and Lake Trasimeno. Hill towns rise like ancient watchfires, from Assisi's sacred slopes to Perugia's layered streets and Orvieto's cliff. Here, faith, farming, and stone seem woven into one restrained landscape. Olive groves silver the hillsides, vineyards catch the afternoon light, and bells move slowly across valleys. In the Sibillini Mountains, the land grows raw, colder, and more untamed. Umbria does not seduce with coastline or spectacle. It holds power quietly, through frescoed churches, medieval walls, truffle woods, and villages where silence feels cultivated by centuries of prayer, harvest, and human patience under soft, green Umbrian evening light. Val d'Orcia rolls across southern Tuscany like a painted earth, where hills rise and fall under cypress shadows. This UNESCO cultural landscape was shaped by farms, villages, roads, and Renaissance ideas of harmony between land and human order. Wheat fields bend in the wind, vineyards grip the slopes, and lone farmhouses stand like quiet monuments in golden light. Pienza, Montalcino, San Quirico d'Orcia, Castiglione d'Orcia, and Radicofani appear on ridges, watching over valleys of clay, olive trees, and stone. Here, beauty does not feel accidental. It feels composed by centuries of hands, harvests, pilgrims, and patient vision. Val d'Orcia is Tuscany reduced to its most cinematic form, a landscape where earth becomes architecture, and silence becomes memory beneath the slow passage of clouds over ancient roads, warm stone, and fields turning gold slowly at dusk. Ischia rises from the Gulf of Naples like a volcanic garden, where cliffs, steam, and blue water share one pulse. Beneath its green slopes, thermal springs still breathe through rock, carrying the island's ancient heat toward pools, gardens, and sea coves. Above the coast, the Aragonese castle grips its islet like a fortress pulled from legend, watching boats cross the Tyrrhenian light. Mount Apomeo stands inland, a rugged spine of stone, vines, forests, and old paths climbing toward wide horizons. Villages curve around harbors, where fishermen, terraces, and sunburned walls keep life close to salt and soil. Ischia is not polished like Capri. It feels deeper, warmer, and more elemental, an island where volcanic fire, healing water, and human patience remain bound beneath southern Italian sky and ancient island memory. Ortisei appears beneath the Dolomites like a carved wooden village set against stone cathedrals of pale fire. In Val Gardena, the peaks rise raw and vertical, while cable cars lift life towards Sicida, Alpe di Siusi, and high alpine trails. The village carries a Latin soul, where language, memory, and mountain identity remain woven into daily rhythm. Along its streets, painted houses, church towers, and workshops reveal a centuries-old tradition of wood carving, born from long winters and patient hands. Figures, altars, and small sculptures turn timber into prayer, craft, and livelihood. Around Ortisei, meadows open beneath jagged ridges, and forests hold the silence between seasons. Its beauty is not only scenic, it is cultural, ancient, and precise, where Dolomite stone, carved wood, and human endurance meet under cold northern Italian light and slow alpine clouds. Volterra stands on a Tuscan ridge like an ancient citadel carved from shadow, alabaster, and Etruscan memory. Before Rome rose to power, this hilltop city already watched the valleys with stone gates, walls, and ritual silence. Its Porta all'Arco still holds the weight of centuries, while the Roman theater below exposes another layer of conquest, spectacle, and time. Narrow streets climb toward Piazza dei Priori, where medieval facades seem darkened by politics, faith, and wind. Inside workshops, alabaster is cut and polished until raw stone turns translucent, almost like captured moonlight. Volterra feels older than the Tuscany of postcards. It is severe, monolithic, and mysterious. A city where Etruscan roots, Roman ruins, medieval stone, and human craft remain locked together above the rolling land beneath slow, watchful Tuscan skies at dusk, and distant valleys breathing in silence. Portovenere faces the Ligurian Sea like a stone prow sailing into wind, salt, and ancient light. At the edge of the Gulf of Poets, tall harbor houses form a painted wall above boats and dark water. Beyond the lanes, the Church of San Pietro grips the rocky promontory, where black and white stone meets crashing waves. Below it, Byron's Grotto opens in the cliff, turning poetry, sea caves, and legend into one shadowed threshold. The Doria Castle rises higher, watching over roofs, islands, and the narrow strait toward Palmaria, with islands glowing like sentinels beyond the quiet harbor. Here, Liguria feels sharper than postcard beauty. Every stair, arch, and seawall seems built against erosion, invasion, and wind. Portovenere is dramatic, precise, and raw, a UNESCO coastal village where stone, water, poetry, and defense remain locked together beneath the restless Italian sky. Recanati watches the Marche hills like a quiet balcony where poetry, stone, and distance become one. Just inland from the Adriatic, the town stretches along a ridge between valleys, facing fields, villages, and pale horizons. Here, Giacomo Leopardi's memory is not a monument alone. It is woven through streets, palaces, gardens, and silence. At the Colle dell'Infinito, a simple hill becomes immense, where a blocked view once opened toward limitless imagination. Narrow lanes lead past churches, warm brick facades, and old walls that hold the rhythm of a cultivated hill town. Art deepens the atmosphere in museums and sacred spaces, while the countryside breathes beyond the rooftops. Recanati feels intimate, not grand, yet its power is profound, a place where landscape becomes thought, and silence turns into poetry beneath the slow light of central Italy. Riva del Garda opens at Lake Garda's northern edge, where alpine cliffs press against Mediterranean light and wind. Mountains rise behind the harbor, while palms, olive trees, and lemon trees soften the streets below. The old center gathers around Piazza 3 Novembre, where arcades, cafes, and the Torre Apennale watch the water. Nearby, the Rocca stands on the lakeside, a medieval fortress turned museum, still holding the memory of defense. Winds cross the lake in powerful rhythms, filling sails and drawing climbers, cyclists, and walkers toward stone trails. Here, Italy feels divided between lake and mountain. Riva del Garda is graceful, but never fragile. It is a raw northern gateway where water, rock, sport, and history meet beneath clear Trentino light and the restless breath of the northern lake itself. Sperlonga gleams on the Lazio coast like a white village lifted above blue water, cliffs, and myth. Its old town climbs a rocky spur in stairways, arches, and sunlit lanes, where every turn opens toward the Tyrrhenian Sea. Below, beaches stretch beneath pale walls, while fishing boats and slow waves keep the day close to salt. The name itself echoes caves, and the coast still carries that ancient darkness. At Tiberius's villa, Roman ruins and the Great Grotto face the water, where imperial leisure, sculpture, and legend once met. Nearby towers and whitewashed houses give the village a guarded, luminous profile. Sperlonga feels elegant, but never empty. Its beauty belongs to stone, sea, and memory, a place where Roman shadows, coastal wind, and quiet, patient human life remain suspended above the warm southern Italian light. Ragusa Ibla drops into Sicily like a Baroque city rebuilt from earthquake, honeyed stone, and stubborn memory. After the devastation of 1693, its streets rose again across steep slopes, turning ruin into ornament, faith, and architectural power. The Duomo di San Giorgio dominates the old town, its facade and dome lifting above piazzas, stairways, and warm limestone. Narrow lanes twist between palaces, churches, balconies, and shadowed courtyards, where every curve feels theatrical but deeply lived. At the Giardino Ibleo, trees and terraces open toward valleys, softening the drama with silence and southern air. Ragusa Ibla is not merely beautiful. It is resilience made visible, a UNESCO Baroque masterpiece where catastrophe became craft, and Sicilian life still moves through stone, bells, food, golden evening light, and the slow human rhythm of ancient streets below forever there. Polignano Mare hangs over the Adriatic like a white stone balcony cut into Puglia's cliffs. Below the old town, Lama Monachile opens as a narrow cove where pale pebbles and blue water sit between vertical rock walls. Above it, balconies, arches, and whitewashed houses lean toward the sea, turning the cliff edge into a living theater. Narrow lanes slip through the historic center, then suddenly break into viewpoints where wind, gulls, and waves fill the silence. Under the town, sea caves carve darkness into limestone, holding the coast's raw geological memory. Polignano feels elegant, but never soft. Its beauty depends on height, salt, and risk, a place where houses, water, and stone remain suspended above the Adriatic, while daily life listens to the sea strike the cliff below at golden southern dusk slowly there. As the last light fades over Italy, the journey leaves behind more than beautiful views. It leaves stone villages holding the weight of centuries, sea cliffs still trembling under waves, and hills shaped by harvest, faith, fire, and wind. Across this country, beauty is never separate from survival. It lives in narrow streets, ancient walls, silent churches, and houses balanced above water, rock, and time. Italy endures because it remembers how to turn hardship into form and memory into wonder. Long after the road ends, its landscapes remain like a quiet flame, burning in the mind to come.